What's going on, everyone? It's APOC, your favorite host and jealous hater, and welcome to the channel. Okay, so I don't even remember how long ago it was, a couple of weeks or a couple months ago. I don't remember. But me and my wife covered Karen and Qua's Christmas Q&A, and I believe that was late 2020. Yeah, it was late 2020. And we covered the first half, which was just about like their biggest like regrets based around purchasing things, which was the Audi R8. Go figure. Anyways, that was the first part. So if you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. But for now, we're going to dive into the second part, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be complete cringe. Okay, let's get it, brother.
Oh, you got the lake house, the boat, the kids. What's next for KKandbabyJ?
So before they answer this, I will answer it for them. So first off, if you don't know, they're actively being sued, and one of the complaints within the lawsuit is based around the lake house because they didn't just get it. They hired an investor, used his credit to get the house because they had credit and they couldn't afford it on their own, but they pretended like they could, which is just insane. Because it's like, why? Who did you do that for? Like, these two are always trying to impress others for some odd reason. I don't get it. But their need and want for material possessions just gets them into all sorts of trouble. It's always want. Nothing is ever good enough for them. And having a family, having all their children was never a goal. Like, just to be a family. That was never a thing. It was always just for clickbait, for money. That's it. So they have them, and then look, they have nothing for them because they squandered everything. Oh, well, they have the KKandbabyJ name. No, they don't. It is dwindling so hard. Like, let's look. Hold on. I'm going to look at this right now. It's 10 p.m. today. What's today's? I don't even know what today is. It's Monday, August 22nd at 10 p.m., right? Which, by the way, they've been uploading shorts. Like, that's going to change anything? I mean, sure, it gets okay views, I guess, but not for their sub count. I mean, it gets dog shit for them. But they have 37,000 views in one day on their newest vlog. That's horrible. These people have 1.2 million subscribers, and yet they can't even crack 100,000 views on a good day. You know, they had to use Oscar and Kira's kids to get higher views. They made money off of them. They exploited somebody else's children. It's disgusting because they already milked their own to the fullest and nobody gives a damn anymore. I mean, come on. Nobody even gives a damn about Cash Money. Not saying anything bad about the kid. He's just an innocent child. But the point is, they had him for clout. That's just what it comes down to. And no, it's not because, oh, well, APOC, Karen, she had miscarriages and infertility for 2 years. No, she didn't. She lied about that. I've proven that time and time again. It's gross and it's pathetic. But come on, man. 37,000 views in one day. 1.2 million subscribers. That's horrible. Oh, and the other thing about the boat, saying like, oh, you got the boat too, so what's next? Well, Karen and Qual couldn't even get their house on their own. So you think they got a $120,000 boat on their own too? No. Nope, that's not how that works, man. They had somebody else co-sign on it. Probably Qual's mom, who knows? All right, let's see what these goofies have to say.
Businesses and helping our audience.
Helping the community, guys. We plan on helping you guys. Bro, this right here was almost 2 years ago. Just a few months from now, it will be 2 years since this point. This is December. I'm going to double check. Let's double check. I always like to make sure that we double check everything. December 24th, 2020. It's called Christmas Shopping plus Q&A with Karen and Qual. I don't know why they put their name in the title. Like, we know who you are. But point being, this is almost 2 years ago, or heading towards 2 years, wanting to help their community, but never did. Why? Because if they were such in a great position, right? Because apparently they were so broke around this era. That's what they said in that Why We Left video. This includes that time. This is almost 2021. He said that they were broke in this time. Yet he wants to be able to help his community and start other businesses, which, by the way, just stop with the businesses, guys. Just stop it. Just knock it off, because you failed with Cape Towel, you failed with Bates, you failed with Kick-Ass, you failed with every other thing like the band stuff and everything else. Everything they do fails. The only thing that didn't was vlogging and sponsorships. But sponsorships are easy to get when you have a following. When you have big followings, you don't have to do anything. You think the sponsors vet these people? No, but they don't want to help anybody. They want to scam people. They have scammed people. They use Kick-Ass to scam people, their audience. Stop saying you're going to help your community, because your entire time on YouTube, you have not helped your community, not once. They have a little contest where they sent their old dusty vlog camera that probably doesn't even work to one of their followers so they could start vlogging too. That doesn't do anything. They didn't put anything out. Nothing came out of their wallets to do that. It was an old camera. But what did you do for that person? They probably just won the camera because it was yours.
So we want to give back. Like, I feel like 2021 or 2022, whenever we catch up on everything that we've been behind, we want to invest in businesses, and then we want to give back to the subscribers, whether it's like creating jobs or collaborating or like giving you guys a platform or something like that.
You know what's so funny is that Alex Jane, I did a video on her like a while ago. You know, she's like one of those DCP goons, but still supports family vlogging, which is just super weird and sus. You know, oh, we gotta listen to his message, but then like she watches family vloggers. It fucking blows my mind, man. But anyways, that goofball, she's KKandbabyJ's biggest stan ever. Like, she is blind. Like, she doesn't care what they do. She literally said in the video that they can be as bad as anyone says or as bad as whatever, and she will still support them no matter what. Because they're just human and humans make mistakes. God, I'm so sick of that garbage, man. But anyway, she's their biggest crony, right? And she supports them highly, and she actually has a channel with like 40 odd something thousand subs. And I think she got some shout outs from them or something. I don't know. That's why her like sub count is so high, but nobody watches her because she can barely crack 1,000 views at like 40K subs. I mean, it just sounds like a KKandbabyJ ratio going on right now, but they could have platformed her, right? I mean, she's into like fitness and wanting to lose weight and blah, blah, blah. They could have used her on Kick-Ass. Never did. She reviewed things on Kick-Ass. I don't know, man. They just fail on every front. And on top of that, they don't actually want to give back, because them platforming somebody might take a little time and effort, but it's free. They don't have to spend any money, but they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it because they don't want people overlapping them, because then their egos would be shot.
I want to do something for our audience, because without you guys, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Yeah, no shit. And I love it when their cronies are like, oh, APOC, you're just jealous. And what are you talking about? Qual works real estate. That's why they have all this money and all their stuff. No, Qual stopped real estate for 3 years. All they did was vlog. They made $2,000 a day. That's what they said. You're not making that money on real estate, bro. Let me tell you. And Qual literally has said before that he avoids doing real estate outside of family and friends. They're not making that money, bro, on real estate. The fact that their cronies don't see this just is insane. They want to give them credit where credit's not due, man. They exploit their children. That's where the money came from. That's why when you see all these vloggers try to do anything else outside of it, they flop. All of them do it.
So that's what's next for KKandbabyJ. No more toys, no more big purchases.
Yeah,
no
we have everything we want.
Guys, no more toys. It's 2020, almost 2021, but we have all this shit anyways. The reason why he's not going to want to buy anything because they already bought everything up. Mind you, again, they were broke during this time, but they kept buying all this shit because they're liars. They weren't broke. Did they owe a lot of money? Yes. But they weren't broke because they were spending money still. In 2020, they applied for 4 like PPP or EIDL loans, which equaled out because they got 2 from KKandbabyJ and 2 for Kick-Ass, right? So 4 EIDL loans that equaled like $141,900, I believe. I think that's what it was. I know it was almost $142,000. They got more than the Ace family, I think. They got more than a lot of other people. I don't know how they got so much. Maybe it's because of Kick-Ass, because Kick-Ass got like $107,000, I think, on its own. That's insane. $107,000 in a loan, which, by the way, a year after they applied, Kick-Ass got dissolved. So where do you think that money went? I don't know. Maybe it went to the $170,000 Porsche Qual bought a couple months after they applied for all those loans. They didn't get the money, I don't think, until 2021. That's what they said. But, you know, they're liars, so who really knows? They also pretend that $142,000 isn't a lot of money, but hey, you know, they grew up poor, so what do I know? Well, I grew up in poverty, so I sure in hell know $142,000 would change my life.
Like I said I don't know if it was yesterday's vlog or the day before, there's nothing tangible anyone can ever get me that would make me happier than I am now.
Yes, that's because you bought everything up, like I just said. Plus, again, he got the $170,000 Porsche a few months from this point. Which, by the way, he hid for so long, too. He hid it because he didn't want to show it, because they wanted to pretend to be poor. But they weren't poor. They were never poor.
The only thing that would make me happy is time with friends and family, and also time with you guys. What?
Oh, God, shut up, Qual. We all know you don't like Karen. And what's with this time with you guys thing? I cannot stand it when vloggers or even YouTubers, doesn't matter, go, oh, I want to hang out with you guys. Bro, Like right now, we're not hanging out. I'm talking to myself. I can see myself on the computer. I have a microphone and there's a webcam right there. I'm not hanging out with anybody. If we do a live chat, that's different. If you do a live chat, you're hanging out with your community. I can see that. That's fine. But a regular vlog or a regular video, we're not hanging out, man. Unless you're premiering a video and you have a live chat, that's completely different. But they don't do any of that.
Friends and family, and also time with you guys. What?
And another baby.
Oh my God, Karen.
And another baby.
Is she asking him? Why is she doing this? She just lost 4 babies. Apparently 4 babies. And she's like, oh, well, I know what would make us happy. Another baby. Or how about this, Karen? Go to the fucking doctors if you're having issues, right? She apparently has lost 4 babies at this point and suffering through infertility and all these false positives or whatever. How about you stop doing this shit and get your ass in your bougie cars? Hell, take the bougie boat. I don't care. But take your ass to the doctors. You're having all these issues, Karen. Why does it seem like she's asking him? It doesn't make any sense. And what is he doing? Gonna hit her?
Just one more. That's another question, is if we're still...
Whoa, right there. Right there. Which, by the way, she's not reading from her phone. So I'm pretty sure this is a question that she just made up in her head right here on the spot. And watch Qua shut down. Qua's going to shut down again. Qua's not shutting down because, oh my God, he's hurting because he's lost all these children and it hurts. Qua literally has said the most disgusting things to Karen. When she lost the baby, he didn't talk to her ass for a week about it and waited till they got on the camera until they can monetize it. He didn't take time to do it on the side to make sure that she was okay. Or, I don't know, take her ass to the doctors too to see if your baby's still alive. No, instead he thought that the baby was still alive even though she said she had a miscarriage, because that makes fucking sense, right? This plain as fucking day that she's lying. Anybody who doesn't see it, you really need to go like check your brain. A few months before this video where she finally got some damn answers or something, talked to an infertility specialist over the phone apparently and got diagnosed with bad scar tissue and adhesions over the phone with kidney stone x-rays and ultrasounds, which do not work to detect scar tissue. I debunked that. Go watch the video. But that was a couple months before this point where she says that her scar tissue is so bad that she has to go in and get surgery, and those are her next steps. But no, a couple months later, here she is in a Q&A asking Qua, just one more, please. I'm telling you, if you fall for this, bro, you need to question your IQ.
That's another question, is if we're still trying. So yes and no.
Yes and no. Yes and no. We're still trying. Even though I was just told a few months ago by an infertility specialist that if I try to have more babies, I'm just going to have more miscarriages because I need surgery to get rid of the scar tissue damage from having too many clickbait babies. Jesus. Dude, she's just asking for a miscarriage at this point. And I know that's like really harsh to say because a miscarriage is horrible and such a sensitive topic, and I get it, man. But I've been through it, man. I've been in the trenches. I know a liar when I see it. Plus, she's so inconsistent with her story. It's insane. She has so many different things. But she was told by an infertility specialist that she could not have any more babies without surgery because her scar tissue was so bad. So when she says that she's trying but not trying, she's asking for a miscarriage to happen. Now, I don't believe her, of course, but by her story, she's asking for a miscarriage to happen. And that's horrible to say. I don't want to say that, but she is, because she was told that if she gets pregnant, she won't be able to sustain a pregnancy because her shit is so bad. And she did nothing to do anything about it. She didn't go to the doctor. She didn't get any exams, nothing. The only thing we have is a blood test that she got that she showed one screenshot of. That is no proof at all, because that can just attribute to her kidney stones, which she still had at the time. Or it's the vlog where she's vlogging and has a miscarriage or whatever. So she goes to the doctors to get a blood test, but then denies the blood test after saying she needed it. Come on, man. The evidence is all there. I've shown so much of it. Point being is that she's a liar and deceiver. And then let's backtrack right to when she's like, oh, just one more, Qua. Why does he hit her?
And another baby. And another baby. Just one more.
Yeah.
That's another question.
So there he is too, shutting down. But why is he hitting her? Like, not right now. You know, oh, come on. We've heard this story. Why is he doing that? He's lost 4 babies too. He's been through the infertility. He's had to watch his wife, his partner, the mother of all these children, the love of his life, apparently, go through all this as well. That is hard. I've been through it myself. I had to lose my son. I had to hold my dead son, and I had to watch my wife go through it as well. That's horrible to go through, like trying to deal with it on your own and then watching the person you care about go through it as well. But here he is like, oh, come on, Karen. Not now. If anyone finds this behavior normal, you have a shitty partner, or you're just like a fetus who never had a boyfriend.
So yes and no, because there's issues that I have to take care of, but
Oh, issues you have to take care of. Why is she being so vague? She literally said she was diagnosed. And by the way, she didn't even say her diagnosis. She just said, I have bad scar tissue and adhesions. They wouldn't tell you that. It would be incisional endometriosis, but she probably couldn't even fucking pronounce that word.
You know, maybe a miracle will happen.
No, a miracle did happen. You had cash money out of nowhere without going to the doctors, without going to get an exam. Nothing. She did nothing for her infertility, nothing to prevent a miscarriage, but she just randomly had a baby when they were free from their investor. Huh? You mean when they don't have to pay somebody all this money anymore and they're kind of free now and they're going to go back to the basics and then they have a baby? Again, if you fall for this, you need to go get your shit checked.
I asked if Landon is my favorite, and it's funny because
oh, by the way, see how Kwa switched? There was also an edit cut. Kwa switched to the next thing. This is the next thing. Kwa didn't say a word about this. Every time this gets brought up, Kwa doesn't say a damn thing. He just shuts up, shuts down, goes into his phone, hides behind something, and that's it, because he doesn't want to talk about it, because he doesn't want to lie about something so egregious, so horrible. But you know, somehow Kwa has morals. The guy who broke into cars and stole people's shit, that guy has morals. Oh, and the guy who scams people and lies and manipulates and this and that, but he has a moral compass apparently. Don't lie about dead babies, but he still did by default and still kind of did anyways. But it's just so funny when he's put in the spot. He has nothing to say. And again, people be like, oh, APOC, maybe he's suffering. No, he's not. Karen's smiling about all this stuff. Whenever Karen talks about this stuff, she smiles. And you go, oh, well, APOC, that's just a trauma. No, it's not. No, it's not. I know people laugh or smile with the trauma sometimes to cope or whatever. Karen doesn't do that. She'll post pictures of herself crying too. There's not both. It doesn't work like that.
some people will say Quad doesn't treat Landon like he does Jackson and Sutton. Sutton is Quad's favorite. Jackson is Quad's favorite. Or like
Yeah,
Landon.
it used to be always Jackson's the favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it because they're so triggered when people say they have favorites, but they do. Karen's favorite is Sutton, period. You can tell. And they'll be like, you only see 5 minutes every day, blah, blah, blah. No, shut up. Shut up with that. No, people have seen 10 to 20 minutes of your day for 7 years. You can't say you don't know people at that point. And then not to mention, you go over to your Instagram or your other platforms or whatever, and all you do is post pictures of Sutton. So I'm assuming that your favorite is Sutton. And it's gross to have favorites. There's nothing wrong with having specific things, favorite things about individual children. Like if one of their kids was an artist, right? And they love that he's so creative. That's their individual favorite thing about him. But they don't love him more or treat him differently. You can tell they treat their kids differently and that they have favorites. And they get so triggered when you say that, but it's fucking true. And the fact that they get triggered makes it true.
The other
But
kids-
yeah, it's cool seeing people's different perspectives because I don't know, just some people, the way I treat them is all, I feel like equal, and some people think I have favorite or the other one, but
They don't see our whole day.
Oh God, here's the oh, they don't see her whole day. Shut up, Karen. And I don't watch their vlogs enough to actually like know if Kwa treats the kids differently because I'm not really sure. You know what I mean? I just know for sure Karen does.
how's it like owning and running a business like this? Ah!
Yeah, that's because of KitKats, because Karen ran to the ground and she didn't want to work at all. That's why it's gone. It's because of Karen. Kwa's lazy as too. He'll do his emails and sponsorships and brand deals and vlogging, even though vlogging is taking a big hit. But these people are both lazy. They just got lucky with big money. And if it wasn't for vlogging, they wouldn't be getting all those sponsorships, let me tell you.
Yeah,
It's
it
terrible.
has its ups and downs.
The ups are when people actually do the work, but the downs are when Karen decides to work because she doesn't want to get anything done. That's why the business failed.
I wouldn't change it for the world. I love everything we do and everything we're doing currently.
Kwa doesn't. Look at him shut down and get to his phone again about this too. Yeah, Kwa hates Kick-Ass. Kwa hated Kick-Ass. He didn't want anything to do with it. I mean, he did in a way because he had like 2% of it. Even though they said Kwa didn't have anything to do with Kick-Ass, but he did because he did work for it, did an interview for it on YouTube before they took it down, and then owned 2% of it. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about with that. But Kwa hated Kick-Ass because it was a money pit because they weren't making a huge amount of money from it. I would say it did fairly well. It just got ran to the ground so fast. And by the way, that's by Karen.
Is all we do social media? Not at all.
That'd be nice.
See, right there, that'd be nice if all they did was social media. What does that mean? Social media is easy. I'm not saying that it isn't work. I'm just saying it's not hard to work. Like me doing this right now is not hard to work. But vlogging is the easiest form of content on YouTube. And that's on God. Maybe aside from like reaction videos. Like this is easy. This is easy stuff.
Well, there was a time where we mainly did that. Like you took.
And that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it was nice making $2,000 a day. Yeah, that was nice. because you're making so much money and doing nothing and living your best life or whatever they say. And now they actually have to put in a little bit more work, and Qual hates it. Well, get used to it, buddy, because your channel is failing and we love to see it.
I don't know, we just have so many things we want to do, and it's like, if we don't do it now, like, I want to be...
Dude, these people rush into so many things so fast without using their heads. They don't even have work ethic. So when they try all this stuff, it all fails because they don't know how to do it. They're not business people. They might upload videos or podcasts talking about budgeting and business and blah, 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 but they don't know anything. They uploaded a podcast about how they bought their dream home, but they didn't buy it. Somebody else got it in their credit. They paid the down payment and they had to do like a rent to own thing, which they failed at too.
50, 40. And just chilling.
You know, I wonder in 10 to 15 years where Karen and Qual will be. I highly doubt that they'll have any money left.
Oh, make like passive income? Yeah, so the plan is by the time
we can work as hard as we can now.
Yeah.
And it's so funny too how they say they love YouTube and all this garbage. Yeah, they love it for the money. It's just so obvious that these people are greedy scumbags. There's nothing wrong with trying to make money moves and whatever and make sure that you're living your best life. That's okay. Aside from like, you know, exploiting your children. But the fact that there are people out there that think that these people are just kind and genuine and just want to upload memories blows my mind, man, because they talk about all these business ventures and do this and do that and they all flop, but they're out there chasing money so much and they document a lot of it. And it's just so obvious to me and to a lot of people that they're out here for money and clout, and that's it. They don't give a damn about their community, and it has shown within the last 2 years for sure.
I want to be able to make enough passive income to pay my yearly bills, and then whatever I want to invest in, I can without worrying.
He says he wants to make passive income and not worry about anything else, right? He wants to be able to pay all his bills for the year and not worry about anything and just live his best life. That's what he wants to do. Great. Okay. Here's the problem with that though, champ. Everything you did up to this point, like you ruined your life. Like that's what he said. He's supposed to be unhappy at this point, right? But then buying the house really screwed them over financially. All the cars screwed them over financially. The boat, everything screwed them over. They were in a massive amount of debt, like $200,000 in debt and back taxes. Everything they do screws them over, but it's completely their fault. Qual wanted to pay the lake house off in 2 years, and I don't even think he did that.
And I think real estate will always be a part of our life, and I
can't get away from it.
And I think social media will.
I love it so much.
I can't get away from it. I love it so much. What the is wrong with this guy, man? He says he loves it, but in a podcast on, I don't know which episode. I gotta go back and find it, man. I'll eventually go through it and we'll get it. We'll get the clip. Anyways, he says that he avoids real estate as much as possible unless it's with family and friends. He just loves it when he knows he can make money on it, which makes me think that he sucks at selling homes because he doesn't actually put any work into it. He just waits until there's like a relative or a friend ready to go, and then he'll pounce. You know, and he probably screws them over too.
Will always be a part of our life.
Why is he talking like that? But of course, it's always going to be a part of your life. When you can just sit pretty and just wait and then pounce, that's how it works, man. It comes easy to you guys.
Even if we're not on it as much, we will always have a presence.
Yeah, we'll always be here.
Oh, wait, they were talking about social media, but still, they still apply that to like real estate. That's what they're talking about, social media. So they knew for a fact that eventually they would pull back from vlogging. I mean, look at them now, man. They are not uploading that much at all. Sometimes they have like a few of them pop out a week, but sometimes there's only one or two every couple weeks. But they're going to have their presence online. Don't worry, guys. Yeah, of course they are. You know why? Sponsorships and brand deals is where their money's at now. So of course they're going to be online because they have to pop back online to make money, to make their massive amount of money to fuel their stupid Gucci lifestyle.
What's going to happen with Bates? Will Qual go solo? I might have to at this point.
Yeah, he might have to because Karen doesn't want to do it at all.
It's not even that. We just have so much stuff going on, okay? You're overwhelming me.
So the reason why they don't do Bates is because Karen doesn't want to do it. It's so obvious. I mean, again, I'm referencing their podcast because it's in there. It's one of the recent ones where they talk about why they're so inconsistent. And Qual does put a lot of the blame on Karen. I think actually, I do believe. Oh, you know what? I think it was. There was another Bates question, or Qual was making up Bates questions or whatever, and was putting the blame on Karen. Karen doesn't want to do them. I don't know why. She just can sit and talk about herself. We know she loves it. So I don't know why she's avoiding it. And it's easy money. It's insane, man. These people are so lazy.
What was your major in college? My major in college was major debt.
No, you were majoring in
I couldn't pay for college.
Karen's like, no, Qual, you weren't majoring in major debt in college. You weren't doing that, Qual. Like, is she actually like listening, or is she just stupid? And I'm going to reference the first half again here because she did something very similar where they were talking about like, what are boundaries you just don't cross like within the relationship? And Qual said cheating. And Karen's like, no, there's people who are mutually okay with sleeping with other people. But like, that's not cheating. That's just being like in a polyamorous relationship, Karen. You goof. It's pretty bad that vlogging has fried her brain.
College, so that's why I dropped out. I was only there for 2 semesters.
Mine was advertising and public relations. So I'm kind of still in that field, which is cool because I still use some of the tools that I learned.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she didn't learn much because she didn't stay very long. Also, where does she apply all this stuff? Qual does all the damn work.
I never got my degree for that. I just have a degree, like an AA, like a basic degree, and then...
Yeah, I don't think she has a degree in anything.
Best advice you ever received?
Oh, God, here we go.
I didn't really receive it. I just read it.
Well, I mean, that's still like receiving in a way. You know what I mean?
Don't take constructive criticism from anyone who hasn't constructed anything.
That's dumb. That's such a stupid mentality. Don't take constructive criticism from people who haven't constructed anything. Karen owned a fitness brand. She knew nothing about fitness or business in general, which is why it flopped. So they would consider that constructing things. But me, I used to be 300 pounds, but then I got jacked. But just because I don't own a fitness brand doesn't mean that I can't have an opinion on things within the fitness industry or a fitness brand or a fitness business or whatever. I'm allowed to have an opinion on that or have constructive criticism for you on what you can do to make it better because I know about fitness. Maybe Karen shouldn't have started a fitness brand when she didn't know shit about it.
Whenever you tell them like your dreams and aspirations, they're like, oh no, like you should do it like this, like this. But they've never tried to do anything themselves before.
How does he know people haven't tried any things before? Or how does he know they're not trying now? This is him downplaying other people and their experiences or their goals. He's shitting on their goals right now by doing this. Because people giving him an opinion or saying like, hey man, maybe you should do things like this. That's not shitting on your goals, bro. That's literally just giving you an opinion or constructive criticism on what they think can work because maybe they have experience in that field or have seen it firsthand. Like when Karen can't even name an exercise, maybe she should shut up. She should not be talking about fitness when she doesn't know anything about it. That's constructive criticism right there. She can go learn it and then come back and then do it over again, fine. But after 2 years, she still didn't know the name of an exercise, and apparently it was her favorite one. And she worked out every day, I guess. But the reason why Qual's saying this is because he doesn't like criticism at all, even if it's positive. He doesn't like when you speak out against him, even if it's not that bad, even if it's just being blunt. He doesn't like it at all, positive or negative. He won't retain it at all. You know why? Because he doesn't want to seem like a failure, even though he is. That's why he retains this one quote, because he doesn't want people telling him what he did wrong or what he could do to be better, which, by the way, is the reason why he fails.
And so, like, who are they to tell you, like, this is how you should do it? Or, like, no, it'll never work out. Or, no, you shouldn't even try. Because, like, they've never tried anything, you know?
How does he know these people haven't tried anything? This just reminds me, again, of their podcast where they look down on people and claim that the average person just likes living paycheck to paycheck. Like it's a choice or something. And that you can have your average car and your average home or whatever that took you 20 years to get. But we don't like to live like that. Like he's downplaying people and looking down upon them in like an elitist fashion. I'm getting like the same energy here.
And it's okay to fail. So I feel like that was a good piece of advice. And also,
it's okay to fail. Yeah, of course it is. But failure also comes with criticism on how you can improve yourself. If you can't take criticism, you're not going to get better and you won't learn. And then you'll just continue to fail.
Fail is a great one.
Like one that I started to live by and then it just like cleared my mind for the rest of life is from Gary Vee.
Gary Vee.
Give a shit about what anyone thinks, good or bad. So like he doesn't care if someone thinks, oh my gosh, you're the hardest worker ever.
Yeah, Gary Vee is also somebody who claims to have made it from nothing, but like inherited a $3 million liquor business from his parents.
He doesn't take it because he doesn't want to get a big head. And then he doesn't care if someone says, oh, you're like the laziest piece of crap ever. Like as long as you know you're not lazy, or as long as you're not full of yourself and you just have a goal and then you go towards it without thinking about what anyone else thinks of you, good or bad, and you just care about what you think of yourself, then you'll be happy.
Yeah, he says this. But every time someone says something negative about them in the comments, they freak out and they post it on their Instagram stories or highlight on TikTok or whatever. They freak out. They hate it. They hate it when people speak out against them. He can't even take criticism when he fails.
Ever, yeah. So that was like the best piece of advice. So if someone's like, oh my gosh, well, like, you pumped out so many vlogs for the past 3 years, it's crazy how you did it. Like, congratulations, good job. I'm like, oh, thanks. But then I just like don't let it get to me. I'm like, oh.
And here we go with the podcast references, but he like tooted his own horn in the podcast about just a comment that he left. He's like, I really hope I left a comment and I didn't. This is like the most amazing thing ever. He like literally strokes his own ego so hard. And whenever somebody says something positive about him, he'll highlight that too. These two are like the most egotistical, narcissistic showmen ever. They like to show off things. They like to get people's approval. But if you speak out against them, you're, trash.
Not for the praises. And then if someone's like, yo, you pumped out all these vlogs and you're not even all that. I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Yeah. I'm not all that to you. I like it.
Who says it? And by the way, his examples are, lame. But, I'll make some videos on him and I'm a piece of shit loser. But, he doesn't care what anyone has to say, especially the haters, the jealous haters.
Tell me a lot. Are you planning on having the scar tissue removed and try for number 4?
So
understand that question. Earlier, she said they're trying but not trying, but here's somebody asking about the scar tissue damage if she's going to get removed before trying for baby number 4.
Right now, I still need to go and get a full workup done.
She always says, I gotta get a full workup done. What's a workup? You mean exams? Yeah, so why haven't you done it? And then why you go, oh, we're trying but not trying. Why are you not preventing another horrible tragedy from happening, Karen? Oh, I know why, because you're a liar.
Of my hormone levels, scar tissue, everything. I haven't done that.
So wait, you have to go get your scar tissue checked, but you apparently, a few months prior to this vlog, you apparently got your answers from an infertility specialist who said that you had bad scar tissue and adhesions and needed surgery. So how come now you're saying that you have to go get looked at again? That doesn't make sense when you were already diagnosed and told you needed surgery.
And once that's done, it would tell me what my next step would be.
You already knew your next step. You said your next step was surgery a few months before this.
But right now, with everything going on in the world, I don't want to be in and out of doctors or hospitals. And
you don't want to be in and out of doctors or hospitals by yourself, even though Florida had like the least restrictions out of any state ever. But you want to avoid it because of everything going on, because of the pandemic or whatever. But during 2020, while it was all actively happening, you were trying to have a baby. Make it make sense.
I don't want to be in a hospital if Paul wouldn't be able to come with me.
He would have been able to come, no problem.
Just it's poor timing for all of that, I guess.
So then why were you trying to have a baby during the peak?
So
just not poor time, just not right.
I 100%.
And look at Kwa shutting down in his phone again. He says it's not poor time, just not the right time or whatever. Then why are you trying to have a baby at all during the peak of the pandemic? That makes no sense.
I would do it. I don't know, it's hard for me to answer that. And I'm the type of person where once I want to do it, I'll go do it that day.
You can't do that day. That's not how that works.
I won't wait.
Mm-hmm.
So
you have to wait. You have no choice.
Once the idea gets in my head and I can't not put it off any longer, it's gonna happen like that.
Yeah, okay. This all comes from the girl who apparently was on the phone with an infertility specialist and got diagnosed with whatever and was told she needed surgery and that was her next step, but who's now saying that she still needs to go do all those things even though she was already diagnosed. So she should already be doing all those steps, and then she never went in at all, and then she just had a miracle baby.
Did you get a new engagement ring? Everyone is asking me.
Oh, Karen have a new ring, go figure. But I want to backtrack a little bit. Again, Karen's talking about this serious topic about her losing 4 babies, infertility, blah, blah, blah. That happened with Kwa too, because he's the father, right? And he experienced it. Because yes, men experience all this too. But Kwa's all up in his phone laughing, doing this and doing all that, completely ignoring the question. This is serious. Why is it every single time all this stuff gets brought up, Kwa literally either has the smallest thing to say or nothing to say, and he shuts down and he completely ignores what's going on. But Karen's smiling, having a grand old time.
There's a lot of sex questions on here.
I know. It was like, geez.
My goodness.
I don't know why people want to know what these two do in the bedroom. Kind of gross, if you ask me. And it's extremely inappropriate. And I find it so funny that people will call me obsessed with Karen and Kwa. I'm just making videos and making money. Chill the hell out. But the KK and Baby J community out here wondering what Kwa's balls look like.
Nosy.
we'll see you guys tomorrow.
In our next daily dose.
Yeah, it's not daily. Not anymore. It hasn't been daily for like a long time. I think since like 2019. Mid 2019, they stopped after their wedding and honeymoon or whatever. Yeah, and then they just never got back to it. They had their little moments here and there, but they just never got back to it. And now it's worse than ever. But let me know what you guys think down below. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.